It is the 18th Sunday in Ordinary Time, August the 3rd of the year of the Lord 2025. The Gospel is taken from St. Luke chapter 12, verse 13 to 21. Someone in the crowd said to Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to share the inheritance with me." He replied to him, "Friend, who appointed me as your judge and arbitrator?" Then he said to the crowd, "Take care to guard against all greed, for though one may be rich, one's life does not consist on possessions." Then he told them a parable. There was a rich man whose land produced a bountiful harvest. He asked himself, "What shall I do? For I do not have space to store my harvest." And he said, "This is what I shall do. I shall tear down my barns and build larger ones. There I shall store all my grain and all the goods, and I shall say to myself, 'Now as for you, you have so many good things stored up for many years. Rest, eat, drink, be merry.' But God said to him, 'You fool, this night your life will be demanded of you, and the things you have prepared, to whom will they belong?' Thus will it be for all who store up treasures for themselves, but are not rich in what matters to God." The Gospel of the Lord. We are in one particular section of the Gospel of Luke, which is proper only of Luke, that they call the journey of Jesus towards Jerusalem. It begins in chapter 9, verse 51, when Jesus takes the firm decision to go up to Jerusalem to his exodus, means to his death and resurrection. And then it invites us, his disciples, to also go with him to Jerusalem to our own exodus. We're just passing from this life to the next at the end. And in this journey towards Jerusalem, which will repeat constantly on his journey to Jerusalem, Jesus teaches his disciples about who's your neighbor, about listening with Mary, about prayer. Today is about money, belongings. And the question is, when this man tells him master, uses the word master, that means teacher of the law. In the tradition, the Jewish tradition, when there were problems with the inheritance, the rabbis, the masters, will decide legally. So he recognized that Jesus could decide, but Jesus tells him, "Friend." Jesus is not going to be the judge about inheritance, because inheritance creates many times problems among siblings. They can be okay, but then when inheritance comes, they get into fight, envy, jealousy, quarrels, and then they stop talking to one another. And inheritance are a gift given by parents or somebody else to you. It's not something that you have to have, but it's given to you as a free gift. So this man wants more at the end. And Jesus says something very interesting, no? Take care to guard against greed, against possession, against the one holding to have more and more. And we live in a society, we are okay today than before, and we are very greedy today. We want to have more. And everything tells us about having. They say that the new churches in today's society are the shopping centers. People go there every Sunday very religiously, and then you spend time there, and everything is on sale. Buy, buy, buy. It seems that they will give us happiness. Instead, even also our nation, with all the tariffs that we are putting to all the nation, it's all power, heavy, for what reason at the end? Huh? And Jesus tells this parable of this man who has a good harvest. He was maybe hard worker. He was smart enough to save, to have a good produce, and then he thinks what he's going to do with all the money. And the problem is that he's thinking only about himself. What I shall do, what me, mine. At the end, he's not thinking about his family, about his relatives, about his ethnic group. He's talking about himself. It's only for him, not for everybody else. And God tells him, "Fool," at the end. Oh, the word is very strong. Fool, at the end. This night your life will be demanded of you. Remember, Jesus doesn't condemn that money. doesn't condemn or below having things. Um, all the belongings, money is neutral. That means that it's not neither positive nor negative. Depends on the way we use them. No, money is okay, but how we use them. We have houses, cars. The problem is how we use it. And in today's society, we have become very greedy, no? Very conceited. No? We want to dominate, we want to possess. No? We become selfish. We think about us, about our nation, closing borders because it's us against them. No? Instead, everything we receive is a free gift given by God, and it is to be shared with everybody. We need to learn to share. If not everything that the first reading says is vanity of vanities. On the second reading from the letter to the Colossians, he says that the greed that is idolatry. At the end, idolatry of money. No? We need to share at the end. Who is going to receive what you have worked so hardly at the end? No? We need to share our talents, our treasure, and our time, beginning with the members of your family, the members of your church, of your parish. Share them. Jesus says, chapter 25, the Gospel of Matthew, whatsoever you do to the least of my brethren, you do unto me. Because it's not true that things belong to me. They are just given. And then at the end, we have to give an account. We have to be responsible. We have to use it in the right way for the well-being of the people. Remember that. Don't be fool. Don't be idolater. Vanity of vanities. But use the gifts given by God in the right way. Today is Sunday. Go to Mass, please. Go to Mass. Be free before the Lord. And share this video with all your acquaintances or friends from St. Leo the Great in Houston and St. Luke in Irving, Texas. May God bless you.